away. Keselowski looking to the inside, but Darlington wins the YouTube Comedy Week 200.
Darlington is not pit. Chris Darlington. How about them apples? Darlington wins the road course race at Lime Rock.
Smooth sailing for Dylan Poteet. Ever since he took the lead, he didn't look back, and Dylan Poteet will come out of turn number 4. He will win his first Truck Series race of Season 5. He takes the checkers in the SFP 250. Houston nearly turns the 31, but Dylan Poteet's going to make the chase, and how about another win, number 31? Dylan Poteet wins the Lays 200 at Arizona, and Dylan Poteet is going to be in the Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. Here they come down to the striped checker flag as waving. Sean Galligan wins the BioShock Infinite 200 at Castle Gorge. Will they work together? Galligan trying to get you on the inside. He's there. Here we go. Down the front straightaway. Galligan's got the advantage. Galligan's got it. Galligan picks up his second Truck Series win of the season as he wins the Fred's Super $250. Sean Galligan goes to victory lane yet again. Galligan picks up his third win of the season here, and he picks up yet another win later on this season. He will be the most wins in a single season record holder in the Oreo Truck Series as he crosses the line. Sean Galligan wins the Lucas Oil 200 at Dover, his third win of the season in the Oreo Truck Series. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the moment we've been waiting for ever since the green flag dropped back at Daytona. We are here at Zen Joltis for the running of the Oreo Truck Series season finale at Zen Joltis. Maybe not the most exciting race name, but it comes straight to the point of what's going to go down here today at Zen Joltis, this high-speed restrictor plate racetrack. We are getting ready, as you saw there in the promo, to find out whether it's going to be Dollarton, Poteet, or Sean Galligan. Between the three of them, 8 wins this season. As you saw, this is going to be really, really big to see which of those 3 drivers is going to be the champion. All 3 of them trying to become champion in the NNSCRA for the first time ever in their careers. For those 3 drivers, they're definitely going to be the focus of our attention for this entire race. Of course, we do have 39 other drivers out here on the racetrack, but they are not mathematically eligible for the championship. So, we are definitely going to be keeping an eye on the 83, 2, and 31 during the course of this race. For those 3 drivers, each one's coming in with their slightly different agendas. I would have to say that probably one of them is in a different mindset, 2 of them in a slightly same mindset. I'll get to that in a moment. Let's first talk about Chris Dollarton. Comes into this race after a really, really good streak of runs that he's had, including at Iowa, his win at Lime Rock, and also pretty doggone good finish last week at Talladega Superspeedway. Got a lot of momentum on his side as he comes into this race a total of 33 points ahead of Dylan Poteet and 34 points ahead of Sean Galligan. Now, for Chris Dollarton, how's he going to win the championship? Well, we've gone through the math. We figured everything out. According to what we have for the points, in order for Chris Dollarton to win this race, or to win this championship, he has to finish no worse than the 9th position. If Chris Dollarton can finish higher than 9th place, he is definitely going to win the championship. I'm just looking through to make sure that I am absolutely correct and that is exactly the case. If he can finish in 9th place, he's got it automatically wrapped up, no matter what Dylan Poteet or Sean Galligan do. However, what Chris Dollarton has got to make sure he does not do is finish down in the mid-30s, down into the 40s. If he does that, then the opportunity will arise for Dylan Poteet or Sean Galligan to try and make a move for the championship, provided they can finish in positions 1 to 6. If they do not finish within those ranges with a DNF on the side of Chris Dollarton, finishing about 35th on down to 42nd, then the championship still would go to Chris Dollerton. So Dollerton has, we can say, a little bit of a cushion coming into today's race, but of course, as we've learned from Zen Joltis, you can never leave anything to chance, never expect any certainties. There always is something looming every time they take the green flag. Another battle we're going to be keeping an eye on during the course of this race. It's not exactly a big battle, but we're going to be keeping an eye on the battle for Rookie of the Year. Danica Shirley starting there on the outside of the front row. She comes into this race right now with a 42-point advantage over Alex Tanker. Basically, the only way that Alex Tanker would have an opportunity of beating Danica Shirley for the Rookie of the Year honors would be if Danica finishes dead last and Alex Tanker finishes with the victory. So the odds of that, not too great, but again, as I said, you can never leave anything to chance here at Zen Joltis. On the pole for this race, Carter Keselowski, 1 week after picking up his first ever Oreo Truck Series victory. He's going to start on point here at Zen Joltis. Alongside of him, as we mentioned, the driver who could be in line to being Season 5 Oreo Truck Series Rookie of the Year, Danica Shirley. Stephen Pollard III has been a pretty dismal chase for him. He's currently 8th in the chase standings, now mathematically ineligible from winning the championship, but still looking to try and come out here and pick up his second win of the season. His win at Pocono was the only one he currently has here this season. Jake Rogers had a great run at Talladega, but he is still trying to find victory lane. That 22 currently sits 37th in points, so really would be a nice way for him to end the season with a victory. And rounding out the top 5, one of those 3 drivers going to be keeping an eye on during the course of today's race. 3rd in points, a total of 34 points out of the lead. That is Sean Galligan in the Blue Deuce, 3-time winner this season. Where's the rest of our chasers starting? Not starting too badly. Dylan Potee going to start off from the 11th position right there on the inside of row number 6. And Chris Dollerton, I believe he's rolling off from position number 18 there. You can see him right behind Ryan Acosta's red and white machine, that blue car, that Toyota Tundra. He is going to roll off. I am indeed getting confirmation he's rolling off from 18th place. So all 3 of the drivers who are eligible for the championship, pretty good qualifying positions for all of them inside the top 20. Well, folks, the wait is over. Time's up. These drivers now going to get ready to get it on. As we've gotten the command to fire the engines, they are going to roll off. They'll complete a couple of pace laps here in front of this capacity crowd. We have a packed house here today at Zen Joltis, and glad you're on board with us as well. As they roll off, here comes your starting lineup for the final Oreo Truck Series race of Season 5 here in the Oreo Truck Series. A champion is about to be crowned. We go. Pace truck makes the left-hand turn. And for the final time here in Season 5, we can say the Oreo Truck Series season finale is green. Carter Keselowski would love to become a back-to-back winner to end off his rookie season here in the Truck Series, but there is a lot of drivers back here. Some who have had really nice seasons, some who have had really dismal seasons, would love to end off Season 5 with a victory. Lots of them not returning next season, as Sean Galligan going to be the first one to make a move. Keep in mind here too that this is the only race, the only track where leading laps actually counts. For every lap led, the drivers will receive a bonus point towards the championship. So Sean Galligan right there behind Carter Keselowski, he knows that it's very important he gets out there and leads this first lap. There would be 1 bonus point that he would have towards the championship, if indeed it came down to maybe a tiebreaker or something. Incredible as it may seem, 1 itty-bitty teeny-weeny point can come between a champion and a runner-up, as Galligan is going to get ahead of Carter Keselowski, getting some help there from Eric Burton. And look at Chris Dollerton, way up on the high side, sinking to the back, dropping like a rock. He got moved in the outside line up where that marbles are placed or something. I don't know, but he lost a ton of ground, and that may not be in his best interest. You see Dylan Poteet, he's still keeping pretty close tabs with the front. He's there in the middle. As here goes Margaret Mason to the inside. Let's see if Sean Galligan can lead this lap over Margaret Mason. And it looks like he will do it. Sean Galligan, he's going to get 1 bonus point towards the championship now for leading that lap. So that's a big, big plus there for the Blue Deuce. Let's find out how far back Chris Dollerton actually did fall. I'm certain he's been told Galligan led a lap, and there he is. He's at the back of this pack. Currently running in the 40th position, was where he crossed the stripe last time, but he's got a lot of drivers to his inside. As a matter of fact, that's a battle for dead last. Trent Dunham just took away 41st place from Chris Dollerton. Dollerton right now is dead last out of every one of these 42 cars, but he's now moved his way back down to the inside. Maybe he'll be able to make some progress back up to the front. As you saw me hit that button there. The only car behind Chris Dollerton was the pace truck, and now we're back up here with the leader, Sean Galligan. Now Galligan, remember, if he can come around lead lap this next lap, lead lap number 2 and on to lap number 3, he's going to get another bonus point there. But Margaret Mason trying to deny that to him. She's coming to the inside line, trying to take up the lead for the first time here today. And where has Poteet gone? Because we haven't really talked about him. We saw him stuck in the middle. I don't know where he is. Let's try and look back. Oh, he's still in the middle here. There he is, right behind Barney Ward in the middle of a 5 wide, almost 6 wide situation. They are 6 wide. They are 6 wide coming off this corner as Eric Burton got moved up to the high side. But incredible as it may seem, 6 wide is not unusual here at Zen Joltis. If they can go 7 or 8 wide, then you start getting a little nervous. But 5, 6 wide, that's a normal. Here at Zen Joltis is, wow, Dylan Poteet almost bouncing off Chambers. He was bouncing off Chambers, and Chambers says, thank you very much. I'll take that little hole between Emilio Navarrete and Austin LaPlante and get out of your way. As we go back up here to the front, good battle going on for the lead. Got to go long ways up here to the front. Good grief, Maggie Vedaravu, 3-time winner this season, trying to become the first 4-time winner in the Truck Series. We already know that John Cittadino has set quite a precedent over in the Snickers Cup Series. Now a 5-time winner this season in that 42 car, picking up his latest win last week at Talladega. Maggie Vedaravu, though, trying to become the first 4-time winner in the Truck Series. I think there's only one driver over in the Mobile Cup Series that will be able to keep an eye on for a possibility of being a 4-time winner. That's Kyle Sosnowski. And it's quite interesting, too. A lot of these rookies that are up here with 3 wins. Sosnowski's a rookie in the Mobile Cup Series. He had 3 wins. Maggie Vedaravu here, a rookie in the Oreo Truck Series, and she has 3 wins. And, of course, John Cittadino, a rookie in the Snickers Cup Series, and he's got 5 wins already. Tony Blazer right there behind Maggie Vedaravu. And, oh, my God, Chris Dollerton's in the grass area, and there's a big wreck, and Dollerton went through the grass to miss it. Eric Burton is flipping. Danica Shirley's in it, and, oh, my goodness, I think Eric Burton is still flipping and barrel rolling. Oh, my God, look at the car, still. End over, end, side over side, that car is still barrel rolling down the front straightaway. Seth Cole was in it. Carter Keselowski, last week's winner. Tanker was in it. That's going to wrap it up right there for Danica Shirley. She's going to be Rookie of the Year. Jake Rogers was involved. Looks like Matthew Rodriguez got a little piece of it there, a former Truck Series champion. Ryan Acosta, James McLeod, they're involved in it. There's Danica Shirley. She got a piece of it there. I saw her go into the wall. Colin Welty may have been in it. And there's some damage to the second in points, Dylan Poteet. The Great Clips Chevrolet out of Turner Motorsports is now damaged on both the front and left side. May have some damage to the right as well. Mason Wood may have some damage. And there is Chris Dollerton, who I saw go down through the grass area. I don't know if maybe he triggered that wreck or if he went down there to avoid the wreck. Regardless, I think he got through it pretty well. There is a little bit of damage to the right rear of the 83 from what I can see. Looking further up, see if anybody else got involved in this. Looks like everybody else was okay through there. There's Galligan. He made it through. He's up there in 8th place. And the leader under caution is going to be Margaret Mason. We got to look back at a replay, see what happened. We may have one of our 3 contenders already out of this race, or at least out of the running for the championship here on lap 4 of 20, as Dylan Poteet sustained some rather extensive damage from this caution. Well, being here at Zen Joltis, so much to see. You're going to see us using this camera angle quite a bit for replays. And watch up ahead. I'm almost wondering if there was some contact made between Chris Dollerton and Austin LaPlante there in the 16, the 83. Yeah, they were leaning on each other quite a bit there. Oh, and there you see it. Yeah, Dollerton gets into the 16, and the 16 is going to come up off the nose of the 83. Dollerton couldn't do anything to get off of him, and then LaPlante's just going to come right back up the racetrack, and there's nowhere for any of these guys to go. Felix Harris got a piece of it there. There you see Dylan Poteet. He's going to go up into the wall. Danica Shirley, Alex Tanker. And there is Jake Rogers and Eric Burton. And we're going to flip back down here to the first camera angle. And Eric Burton, I don't know how many times that car went end over end, but he probably barrel rolled down about 3/4 of this entire back straightaway. Ryan Acosta there. He's on the inside. Anthony McCurry pounded that inside retaining wall pretty doggone hard in the 27. James McLeod there. You can't see him real well for all the smoke. There we go. There's a different camera angle there. Matthew Rodriguez, you can see on the right side of the screen, he's damaged. And as Eric Burton continues to flip. Wild, wild ride for Eric Burton there in that 33 Cheerios Chevy Silverado. Jake Rogers sits idle there in the back. There's James McLeod. I think he may have actually run into Anthony McCurry after McCurry bounced back off the inside retaining wall. There you see the 27. Carter Keselowski there, the pole sitter. Apparently starting up front did not help him out. Seth Cole there involved as well. And there's the 16 going by the flipping 33. He's the one that came back up the racetrack. Of course, no fault of his own. He was just a passenger there. But a lot of drivers damaged. Eric Burton among them taking a wild ride. And we're going to take an onboard view, see just exactly how impossible it was for Dylan Poteet to get through that wreck. Well, sometimes hard luck can cost you a win. In this case, this hard luck may have cost Poteet a championship. Watch this. Yeah, he had absolutely nowhere to go. He just had to keep his foot in the throttle and hope that 16 didn't come up into him. And unfortunate right there for Dylan Poteet. We'll have to see if maybe they're going to try and bang out the dents there and keep him out, salvage whatever they can, but tough break there for the guy who came in second in the points, eligible for the championship. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 8 of 20. That should give us a total, I believe, of 11 laps to go. A few drivers actually made some pit stops under that caution flag. As a matter of fact, I think everybody came down, but there were different strategies that happened. And Nicole Williams, which I believe is only a fuel-only strategy, helped get her out to the lead. So she'll restart as the leader. Trent Dunham will be second. Third place, Maggie Vaydarvu. Fourth place will be John Cittadino with Adam Chambers in fifth. Kyle Sosnowski is currently sixth. Seventh place is Christopher Martin. Eighth, Amelia Navarrete. Ninth is Luke Walker. And Margaret Mason, who was the first one coming down pit road, she's going to restart in the 10th position. There's Sean Galligan, still very much in this, in 11th place. Dylan Young is in 12th. 13th, Dom Capps. Tony Blazer, 14th. 15th, Hayden Klein. Rest of the top 20 are Richard Johnson, Mason Wood, Jacob Cook, Barney Ward, and Bob Jones. Then it's Charles Jackson, 21st. 22nd is Nick Eggleston. 23rd, Sean Henley. Colin Welty, 24th. 25th, Rod Houston. 26th is Derek Reed. There's the points leader, Chris Dollerton, currently in 27th place with where Sean Galligan is running. Galligan would make up 16 points on Chris Dollerton, which means that right now he would be a total of 18 points behind Chris Dollerton in the standings. Stephen Pollard III will restart 28th. 29th is Sky Commons. Seth Cole in 30th. 31st, Anthony McCurry. Felix Harris in 32nd. And 33rd is Danica Shirley. And you're probably wondering, does that mean that Dylan Poteet has made his early exit from the championship hunt? That is indeed the case. Dylan Poteet going to retire from this race and from the championship in 34th place. What a tough break for him. Three-time winner of the season, came in with such high hopes, was mathematically eligible for the championship, and just like that, his hopes are dashed, so he'll finish 34th. Other drivers who went to the garage area with him include James McLeod, also Ryan Acosta, Austin LaPlante, Matthew Rodriguez, Alex Tanker, Carter Keselowski, Eric Burton, and Jake Rogers. So with the retiring of Alex Tanker, the NNSCRA would like to congratulate Danica Shirley on officially becoming the Oreo Truck Series Season 5 Rookie of the Year, as she's going to try and salvage what she can here in the 33rd position. But regardless of where she finishes, she will be the Rookie of the Year honoree in Season 5. So a great job there for that team. Really stayed consistently atop the rookie points ever since she won the second race of the season at Phoenix. So a great, great season for that 3 team, and Best of luck to Danica. I believe she's actually going over to the Mobile Cup Series, moving up to the Mobile Cup Series in Season 6. I may be incorrect in that, but nonetheless, we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing as they're about to come through the final corner. Didn't take us real long to get under our first caution flag of the day, so you wonder if these guys have learned anything, or are they going to end up wrecking early again? I don't know. We're going to find all the answers to those questions out here as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Can Sean Galligan keep himself at the front? Can Chris Dollerton move his way back up to the front as he restarts back in the 27th position? Green flag is back out. Nicole Williams going to lead him into turn number 1. A lot of driver here who would love to go to victory lane. Nicole Williams, one of them, trying to go to victory lane for the first time this season. Trent Dunham there, John Cittadino, they'd love to go to victory lane for the second time this season. And how about Adam Chambers there? Nice run for the 51. As he is currently in the 5th position. He's losing a bit of ground now, but he has not won at all this season in that 51 ride. As Nicole Williams going to block 3 lanes of traffic with Vedarabu, Cittadino, and Dunham all coming. Nicole Williams going to turn it back, and whoa, Chambers got loose. Nearly went up into Trent Dunham, and that would have softly close, but they keep it together and they continue on. As a matter of fact, that would have been quite interesting because Adam Chambers and Trent Dunham used to be former teammates in the Snickers Cup Series. That, of course, was back in Season 4 when Chambers drove the 45, in which he was a 3-time winner, and Trent Dunham drove the 1. They were both chasers that season, too, in the Snickers Cup Series. Few drivers coming into this race that are mathematically ineligible for winning the championship would love to have good runs. One of them right there on that inside line, Kyle Sosnowski in the 7, a 2-time winner this season, 10th in points right now. He would love to be able to find his way to victory lane for the 3rd time this season. Another guy back there who is winless this season, but still made the chase, and that is Dylan Young in the 84. There you see him on the inside line trying to pick up his first win of the season here in the season finale. Tony Blazer going to go way down low, try to get to the inside. Dylan Young has to try and move out of line. Oh boy, that was close. Dylan Young, I don't think he knew what to do right there for a moment. He almost went up in Emilio Navitt to try and give some room to Tony Blazer. Blazer luckily backed out of that and allowed Dylan Young to stay in front of him. As I'm seeing back here, a little bit of championship implications going on. Sean Galligan has slipped to the back of this pack, and look who's right behind him. Coming up here pretty soon, you'll see him. There he is. Oh, can't find him. There he is, Chris Dollerton. He's only about 2 cars behind Sean Galligan right now, as he's trying to find his way to the inside of Jacob Cook. Looks like he's going to do it, and looky here. Hello, Mr. Galligan. It's Chris Dollerton on your back bumper here. These two, with the retiring of Dylan Pote, are the only 2 left to battle it out for the championship here for the Oreo Truck Series. And Chris Dollerton letting Sean Galligan know, hey, I'm not going away that easily. Those 2 continue to battle there for the championship implications, as Dylan Young now is still out in front. There's another driver that's a championship contender, that, or not a championship contender, but a chase contender. Mathematically ineligible for winning the championship now, but 12th in chase points, Nick Eggleston. You could have what is normally called a bookend season, where you start the season out well, don't really run that terribly well, not really dominant during the middle of the season, and then cap off the season really well again, because Nick Eggleston won the Daytona race to start off this season. What if he won the season finale here at Zen Joltis? Only other driver I can think of that actually did something similar to that was Trent Whitney in Season 3. He won the Daytona 500, and then at Zen Joltis he won the championship, driving the 46 car, as the 84 is currently out in front, but Derek Reed is all over his back bumper. Dylan Young having a great run right now here at Zen Joltis, and look here. I think Sean Galligan started feeling the pressure. He's now moved his way up into the top 10, and Chris Dollerton, on the other hand, got moved into the middle groove 5 wide there with Dunham, Christopher Martin, Sky Commons, and I can't tell who it is on that extreme high line. Well, that's Sean Henley way up there. So that right there is a plus for Galligan, now knowing that Chris Dollerton's kind of boxed in there with nowhere to go. Dollerton may begin to lose some positions here, and that's what Galligan needs to have happen. Remember, Galligan here today has to hope that Chris Dollerton finishes way down in the standings. Let's see who the first retiree is. That's Dylan Pote back in 34th place. Let me try doing some calculations here. Let's say that Chris Dollerton finished in the third position. If Galligan were to win this race, that would be 5 extra bonus points for me. That'd be 47 points. Take that 47 points away from 33 positions, Galligan would be the champion. So right now, Galligan's got to hope that if we have another big one or have troubles happen to one singular particular car, that it would be Chris Dollerton. Dollerton right now basically just has to survive and not DNF from this race. He's got to pick up every position he can as he's back here in a pretty big clump of drivers. Chambers, Henley, got quite a few former NNSCRA champions back in this pack here. And keep in mind, too, as we talk about the championship implications for the Oreo Truck Series, there's Henley and Chambers side by side. Remember, those two, I'm sure, have in the back of their minds that they're going to be battling for the Snickers Cup Series championship in a few days. Throw John Cittadino into the mix there. There he is in the 20. There's quite a few drivers here who are actually going to be battling for other championships this week, and I'm sure they're eyeing those other drivers that they know are going to be their competition when that rolls around. Sean Galligan out in front now, trying to pick up yet another bonus point. He's already got 1 bonus point towards the championship. It looks like he's going to lead coming out of the final corner here, so that'll be 2 bonus points for Sean Galligan. As far as the standings going, looks like we got some pit stops going on. John Cittadino makes the indication to pit road. We're on lap 12 of 20 with about 9 to go. Cittadino, Maggie Darvu, they are on the inside line. Well, looks like we can't check out all those other drivers just yet that are coming to pit road. There we go. Anthony McCurry, Hayden Klein, Rod Houston, Richard Johnson, Mason Wood, and Emilio Navarrete all making pit stops here. Green flag pit stops here at Zen Joltis. Colin Welty also in the 42. Maggie Darby looks like she's taking on some right sides. Let's see what the strategy is going to be of John Cittadino, who gave up the 6th position to come down pit road. Right side tires going on the Home Depot Toyota Tundra. Maggie Darwood's completed her stop. Looks like everybody may be going for 4 tire stops here. Nope, 2 tires and full of fuel. That's what everybody's doing. Nobody going for any left side tires. I guess you don't really need them here. Not a lot of tire wear just on those right sides. So, oh boy, Mason Wood nearly hit Rod Houston coming off pit road there. That was close. Is anybody else going to come down pit road this time? Well, we don't know yet. They haven't even gotten to the front straightaway. Jacob Cook now is the leader. Jacob Cook, last time he went to victory lane was all the way back race number 3 at Las Vegas. It's been a long time since we've talked about Jacob Cook up at the front. More drivers peeling off. First one of them is going to be Kyle Sosnowski in the 7. Let's take a look at these green flag pit stops. Whoa, some guys, I don't know if... Barney Ward, Sky Common, Sean Henley, they kind of changed their minds. They went back up the racetrack and stayed up there to go around another time. So the official drivers that are coming down pit road this time, looks like it's only 4 of them. Sosnowski, Luke Walker, Bob Jones, and Adam Chambers. There is Charles Jackson in the 29. He's also pitting. See if these guys go with the same kind of strategy. 2 right side tires and pack it full of fuel as the first group did. Sosnowski, Luke Walker, a couple of chasers who are no longer mathematically eligible for the championship. And yes, indeed, exact same strategy happening here with these drivers as happened before. Kyle Sosnowski, Luke Walker, though, they took a little bit of extra time on pit road. I don't know what that was about. Chambers doing the same. Bob Jones' team had a nice pit stop there and got him out. But maybe, just maybe, they didn't get that 11 car completely full of fuel either. Danica Shirley now coming down pit road in that 3 truck. We now know that she is going to officially be the Rookie of the Year for Season 5. As we jump back here to the front of the pack, the new leader, actually the battle for the lead between Dom Capps and Jacob Cook. Let's see if anybody's going to come to pit road this time. Well, yes, indeed they are. Dom Capps is actually going to give up a battling for the lead for coming to pit road. Oh, wait, Dylan Young, is he actually committing? Yes, I guess he is. Okay, I wasn't sure if Dylan Young was going to pull the same strategy that Barney Ward and Sean Henley did a lap ago. We'll wait till they come around here to this one camera angle so I can indicate who indeed is actually coming down pit road this time. Dom Capps is in. Trent Dunham's also pitting here. Margaret Mason, Derek Reed, Sean Henley, they're on pit road. Dylan Young, Nick Eggleston, I believe that was Sky Commons there in the 25. Also Stephen Pollard III is on pit road. So a lot of these drivers gambling on which lap they should come down and make their pit stops As we are closing in on 5 laps to go here, these drivers making the moves they think could put them in the right spot for the win here today. And one driver I have not seen come down pit road yet is that 83. There he is, still out there. So is Sean Galligan. Those two kind of eyeing each other, seeing what strategy they're going to use. And wait a minute, is Barney Ward out of fuel? Oh, no, okay, I guess he's not. I thought he was out of fuel. But apparently he is not. He is still good to go. The leader right now is Jacob Cook. Galligan is in second. Dollerton third. Then I believe it's Tony Blazer and Barney Ward the top 5. Let's see if Galligan and Chris Dollerton are going to come down and pit this time. Looks like all of those top 5 are going to come down and pit now. Cook, Galligan, Dollerton, Blazer, and Ward give up first through 5th to come down and make their pit stops here on lap 15 of 20. Let's see who's going to make the best pit stop between the 2 and the 83. Right now, oh, Trent Dunham's still on pit road. There must be something amiss there on that one truck. I don't know what it is, but he has had an extended stay on pit road. That's a tough break there for Trent Dunham and that one team. Chris Dollerton now pulls into his pit stall there, just ahead of Barney Ward. Galligan had a nice qualifying position of 5th, so he'll get a much further up pit stall than Dollerton did. Dollerton started this race in the 18th position. And the thing that Sean Galligan's got to be driving him crazy is he's up there running well, but the big thing is that Dollerton's running well too, and in order for Galligan to make up that 34-point advantage that he has behind Dollerton coming into this race, he's got to have Dollerton hit some bad luck, and he just nearly ran into Dollerton coming off of pit road. And Dollerton had to back out of the throttle a little bit there too to avoid running into the back of Sean Galligan. That lost him a spot to Jacob Cook, and he's about to maybe lose a spot off pit road to Barney Ward in the 88. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to take Dollerton out of winning the championship, but obviously that's not the kind of a roadblock that 83 wanted to hit. And I do not know who is the leader, but I have a feeling it's going to have something to do with this big pack of cars here. Sky Commons, Henley, Bob Jones, Luke Walker, Derek Reed. I'm pretty doggone certain that they're going to come into play here when this whole thing cycles around. Catching up now to Tony Blazer. In a moment they'll catch up to, I believe, Chris Dollerton and Barney Ward, and just ahead of them are Sean Galligan and Jacob Cook. And as we've seen at restrictor plate tracks, you take a great big pack of cars against one truck running by itself, no doubt about it, those big pack of cars are going to suck them right up. As Jacob Cook, Sean Galligan continue to battle for the lead. Galligan trying to get Cook at the line, that'd be an extra bonus point. Can't quite get it this time, and here comes Dollerton to his inside. This is exactly what Dollerton needs to do. Just keep himself up at the front, stay out of trouble, and he will be the champion. And Galligan knows that better than anybody. Galligan's been in this position before. Chris Dollerton really came on fire at the right time of the season. It's helped him to have a little bit larger of an advantage in the season finale than we've normally seen here in previous seasons. As he lines up in 3rd place, 4th place is Sean Galligan. Let's give you a little bit of the running order of where everybody is. As a matter of fact, it probably would be much easier for us to be able to show you the ticker on the right side and show you who crossed the stripe where last time around. Cook's the leader. Galligan crossed in 2nd. We know that's not the same now because Galligan's lost some spots, but Dollerton was 3rd, Barney Ward 4th, Sky Commons 5th. Then was Bob Jones, Derek Reed, Tony Blazer, Adam Chambers, and Luke Walker was the top 10. Then it was Maggie Vidarbu, Navret, Sosnowski, Klein, Henley, the top 15. Then Richard Johnson, Mason Woods, Citadino, Margaret Mason, and Dom Capps. That was the top 20. As Sean Galligan goes back to the inside again, he knows that right now he's just got to get these bonus points because Chris Dollerton is still looming large there, even though he has been kicked up to the high side. And Galligan's going to come down. Looks like Galligan's going to lead yet another lap. That's going to be yet another bonus point towards his championship hopes. He does lead that lap. Sean Galligan, I believe, has led a total of 3 laps today. That's 3 bonus points in the direction of the Blue Deuce. Keep in mind, too, if he could win this race, that's an extra 5 bonus points that would go towards Sean Galligan. Every little bit could help him chip away to Chris Dollerton's points lead. Speaking of Dollerton, he's been kicked up to the high side. This is not what Dollerton wanted to have happen here, especially with about 3.5 to go. He is falling back right now, being drafted by Adam Chambers. But Chris Dollerton is on that high line, and when you get kicked up to the high line, whether you're in the third group, fourth group, fifth group, you're going to start going backwards slowly but surely. And quite honestly, here at Zen Joltis, I've talked to a lot of drivers, and they say that if you're going to fall to the back, they really prefer to get kicked up way to the high side like Chambers is now. You drop to the back much quicker. It's like a really agonizing drop to the back when you're in that third group or that second line, because you drop to the back ever so slowly, and every time that you lose a position, it takes so long for you to get to the back. There's sometimes you run out of time to get up to the front again. And so Chris Dollerton, I don't know if it'd be a wise strategy for him to actually move out of line and wave Barney Ward on by to get to the back of this pack or not, because time is running out for Chris Dollerton. He's got to get himself somehow, some way back to that inside line to be able to make up ground as Sean Galligan, Jacob Cook on a race back to the line. This time Galligan leads another lap. That's another bonus point to Sean Galligan. 4 bonus points for Sean Galligan for 4 laps led. And looks like Dollerton's actually taken the advice I said. Unbelievable. He's going up there to the extreme high line, and he's starting to slip to the back now with Dom Caps. So Dollerton's going to slip way to the back of the pack now. So we are on lap 18 of 23 laps to go. Chris Dollerton sliding to the back. Galligan racking up bonus points by leading laps, keeping his car out in front and out of trouble. Bob Jones now going to make a move to the inside. Will he have any drafting help to get down there? Maggie Vedar was there to help him. Galligan would have loved to be able to stay out, lead a couple more laps, especially the final lap, but it looks like Bob Jones going to get to his inside, so now Galligan has got to regroup, find his way back to the inside line to get up there and try and battle for the win. Bob Jones, the leader. Maggie Darvu right there in second place. Maggie Darvu always seems to be up here at the front at the end of these races. I don't know what it is, but she's done a tremendous job ever since replacing Rohit Vidarvu, her brother, in that 09 truck. 3 wins this season. How's that for a rookie season for Maggie Vidarvu? A replacement driver on top of all things. Is Bob Jones going to lead them out of the final corner, coming around to get 2 laps to go. And Chris Dollerton, mission accomplished for the 83. He is now back on that inside line. Trying to pick up ground there is Chris Dollerton, working with Adam Chambers on that inside line. And where is Sean Galligan? Where did the Blue Deuce go? There he is. Oh, he's now been kicked to the high side. So this now is a plus for Chris Dollerton and a minus for Sean Galligan. Galligan did not need this to happen. Now, if I were Galligan, I would try doing what Dollerton did. Move yourself up way up high and slip to the back of the pack, because if Galligan stays where he is, I don't know where he's going to be positioned when we get the white flag, and this is not what Sean Galligan needed to have happen here in the closing stages of this race. As Sosnowski now goes for the lead, but here comes Henley looking to the bottom. Sean Henley, former winner this season. I believe he won back at Texas. I may be incorrect in that, but I think that's where he ended up winning. So he's got Rod Houston right behind him. Rod Houston, a former winner at Bristol. We're seeing a lot of former winners coming up here, trying to pick up their second, third, or even fourth wins of the season. Because Margaret Mason, she's been a player all day long there in that 50 truck. She led a few laps at the beginning of this race, kind of faded from view when the green flag pit stops happened, but now she's cycled around up here to the second position. As they come out of the final corner, white flag is in the air. Chris Dollerton's on the inside line. Sean Galligan is in the third line there. Right behind Mason Wood, Sean Henley is the current leader. Here comes Margaret Mason. Here comes Chris Dollerton. Wouldn't he love it to be able to win the championship and win the season finale, his 3rd win of the season here at Zen Joltis. He would love that, and he's in prime position to do so, as he's right behind the Margaret Mason machine. Citadino now going to look low. Is he going to get to the inside and put Dollerton in the middle? Oh, Dollerton's going to try and block him, as Margaret Mason now goes for the lead underneath of Sean Henley. One car is on the apron. I couldn't even tell who that was. May have actually been out of fuel. I don't know for certain. Let's look here. Oh, it's Nicole Williams. Nicole Williams is on the apron. Something amiss on the 23. Doesn't matter, though. This is the white flag lap. Henley side by side with Margaret Mason. Mason's going to take the lead, and here comes Chris Dollerton. The 83's got everything going his way. He's just got to keep it there, and the championship is all his. But here comes a slower car, Danica Shirley. She's going to hold him up. Margaret Mason's going to make a move. Almost hits Dollerton. Nearly wrecked the points leader, and Citadino's going to get by for the lead. Danica Shirley comes into play here at the end of this race. John Cittadino getting ready out of the final corner to maybe take his second Truck Series win of the season. Barney Ward looks to the high side, tries to make some kind of a move. Here they come to the stripe. John Cittadino ends the season with a victory. His second win of the season. Cittadino wins the season finale at Zen Joltis. Wow, and what implications could this have for the Snickers Cup Series? Remember, Cittadino's a championship contender in the Snickers Cup. Oh my goodness. And officially, your Season 5 Oreo Truck Series champion, finishing 7th place here today, is none other than Chris Dollarton. If I'm not mistaken, this is his 4th straight top 10 finish, and what better races to come at than races 33 to 36. A true championship run at the end of the chase for Mr. Chris Dollarton, and he has become a NNSCRA champion here in Season 5 in the Oreo Truck Series. Second straight chase he made with that 83 team, and he's returning to that team next season in Season 6. They have quite a relationship going on there in that 83 team. And my goodness, this is going to give Chris Dollarton and that 83 team something to boast about, not only during this offseason, but heading into next season as the defending Oreo Truck Series champion. Unbelievable season there for Chris Dollarton. You think about it, back to previous history. We were back at Atlanta, I believe it was. Chris Dollarton tried some rather bizarre pit strategy. It didn't work out. He finished off the lead lap. 1 week later, they tried same kind of bizarre pit strategy at Lime Rock. It finally paid off. Then they went to Iowa, where Chris Dollarton was the pole sitter and got spun out. He recovered back for a top 10 finish. Last week at Talladega, he made it through all the wreckage, all the big ones. Managed to finish top 10 there again, and here today, Chris Dollarton survives again. 7th place run for him today, and he becomes the champion. Unbelievable job. What an unbelievable last few weeks it's been for Chris Dollarton and that 83 team. Coming up just short is Sean Galligan. What a tough break there for the driver of the Blue Deuce. Gave it all he got moved into that outside line there in the closing stages. Just couldn't do anything about it. You can't say he had a bad truck today. He ran up front for most of the day, led a couple of laps. I think he led a total of 4. Whoa, Jacob Cook! Oh, getting spun out there right in front of the champ. Chris Dollarton, my goodness, keeping his wits about him even after the checker flag waves and his championship reign begins. But Sean Galligan, what a great effort there by that 2 team. 3 wins this season as he gives a little shove there to Anthony McCurry. Not sure what that was all about, but nonetheless, this season in the Oreo Truck Series is over. We're going to do, as always, show you your official top 10. Cittadino, what a great win for him. Former winner this season, winning back at the road course of Champs-Élysées. 26th in points, and he'll finish as a 2-time winner here in the Truck Series race. And as I said, big implications maybe towards the Snickers Cup Series championship, as he's going to be battling for that here in his rookie season. Maybe, just maybe, we're seeing a little bit of things to come. Barney Ward, what a great way to end off what's been a dismal Truck Series season for him. Came into this race 40th out of 45 drivers in the points, and a great second place run for him today. Derek Reed, very great run for him in 3rd. Dom Capps 4th. Richard Johnson will finish the day in 5th. There's Margaret Mason in 6th, and Chris Dollarton, your Season 5 Oreo Truck Series champ, finishes in 7th place. Sky Commons in 8th, Adam Chambers 9th, and Sean Henley, very good run, in 10th position. We could go through where all the rest of the chasers finished, but really, due to the fact that there are no championship implications anymore, we're not going to do that. Instead, we'll let you see where the rest of those chasers finished in the official finishing results. But this race is over. We can't jump back to him because he's already headed to championship victory lane, and well-deserved too. Chris Dollarton is your Season 5 Oreo Truck Series champion. Danica Shirley is your Season 5 Oreo Truck Series Rookie of the Year, and this season is over. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Hope you guys enjoyed this season. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. We got to finish up our seasons in Mole 1 Cup Series and Snickers Cup Series actions, where champions will be crowned over there as well. Hope you will tune in for those. So hope that you guys will like this video, comment, subscribe, and be sure to tune in next season. As here comes your official results. Overall point standings, your official rookie point standings for the season, and your official chase points for the season. Congratulations once again to Chris Dalton on becoming a champion here in the NNSCRA, as he is the Season 5 Oreo Truck Series champion. We hope you guys enjoyed this season. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm out. You've been watching the production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing